Afternoon, is Bob Trade Genius, 20th of December. I'm going to start with natural gas. And I just want to go ahead and see if I can zoom out one more here. Yeah. So on Friday we had this huge sell-off. Okay, and they're just dumping contracts and dumping contracts and dumping contracts. They brought us down to a low here. And then we just had this huge relief rally coming up on Sunday, Monday. And then they chopping it around. And then this morning they dumped, the largest volume dump of contracts in the last month. And they couldn't bring it to a new low. And now we're coming back up out of this again. And also the gas explorers on the equity side were all up today. So, I'm thinking this is probably part of a rollover or a year-end tax loss selling or somebody getting out of a trade. And because this isn't natural, by the way. This isn't like saying, we're buying and selling. This is somebody sitting and waiting for the market to open and try to create a panic. And this time they tried to create a panic. They even used more volume and got a result that wasn't as good. So I'm looking for this to relent and move higher. The weather says it should. The storage says it should. And the equities are saying it is. So just keep that in mind and keep an eye on it. And just so you know, too, I talk swing trades and day trades. The day trading money machine said, hey, on the open, sell it, short it, okay? And, this is a $1,000 move here, my friends, okay? $1,000 move. You would have paid for the software 3 times over on the first day of owning it, all right? And then you got a buy signal here that held the rest of the day. So, 1,000 this way, and then another 300 this way, $1,300 day on essentially, 4 signals. So you can get the software, TradeGeniusAcademy.com. I point these out every day. These come real time. So it's really up to you if you want to take the trades or not. So anyway, FYI. And I'm going to move on. So I'm looking for this to come right back up again. And I'm looking for this. I'm looking for us to get over $3. The weather is cold. The storage is down. And this game of chicken is going to end in the bull's favor. So anyway, moving on to into the realm of the crypto coins. So for perspective, talk Bitcoin, all coins are just going absolutely crazy. So from our perspective is that Bitcoin hit its target for us for 2017, 14 18,000. We're excited. And so the Bitcoin Cash came out, and so people dumped Bitcoin to buy Bcash. And, in fact, Ethereum went down and Litecoin went down too. People were just dumping everything to get their hands on Bitcoin. They're trying to Bitcash. They're trying to front run. They're trying to front run the exchange. Word got out. Somebody was insider trading, it looks like. And people were trying to scramble to get into that. So they were selling whatever they could to get Bcash here before it rocketed up. And at the end of the day, this will come back down too. But, this is a nice hammer. And so, if you're a Bitcoin person, long swing or holder, just keep on keeping on. It almost touched 20,000, incredible move. And it held support here pretty well. And if it gets back over 17.8, it's moving to new highs. So just FYI. And then interesting thing on Litecoin, Charlie Lee sold everything he owned. He gave some lame excuse. I'm not really sure what's up with that, but it's at the top of its range. So if you made money on Litecoin like we have, we already got out. We told you that we think it's going to go back down into the mid 100s. Now we feel even more confident that the founder of Litecoin has said that, and so just bear that in mind too. And then you had things like Verge today doubling over the day before, and you just had one after another of these altcoins flying. So if you get profit in those things, Phil will talk to you about it. You probably want to take some off the table, and then because people will roll back into the king, which is Bitcoin BTC. Phil will talk more about that stuff later. But exciting times in crypto land as always. Now it's not just Bitcoin that's exciting. It's this is something I've been waiting for, and I think it is now upon us. Is I'm going to show you this chart. We've had a stealth 10% inflation rate, even though the government says we don't. And the reason why I know that is because gold has gone up on average 10% a year over the last 3 years. And so we had this low here in the end of 2015, right in the fourth quarter, and then through the first quarter coming through, we just had this huge move, and then consolidated, and then it burst through again, and then they sold it down the second half of the year, right again to the fourth quarter, and then we had a big move again, consolidated, and just chop till we got to the half of the year, and they started to push it down. But if you notice, all the lows are 10% higher, and following this channel here. I know a lot of people that trade gold were probably waiting for it to hit here, but it turned already. So now there's still a chance that they may try to push it down to, the 115, 116 area before, the end of the year, which is a 4 or 5% move. But if it gets there and we get another buy signal, we're looking at 150 for GLD, and that means the miners are going to go berserk. And we've been buying miners, and we've been profitable in all of them already. So the miners are ahead of the gold and silver markets, and they're going to follow. The commodity follows the miners. These people know what's happening, and that's the same thing that's happening in the energy side too. So I'm going to zoom out to my my watch list a second, and then I'm going to go to daily here too. Actually, I'll go to 4 hourly. So what we've been doing is that, let me go to my flag here. Okay, so I'm going to zoom on that, and then I'm going to go back out to max here. Is that okay. Zoom this over a little bit more. Okay, so we talked about buying AEM when it actually came back through here. We didn't buy this one ourselves. It's just one of the things we recommend to people. Now it's hitting its thing here and may consolidate for its next move higher, but definitely should be on your watch list. AG, it already ran. We took our profit on it. I would love for it to come back down to here, into the 730 area, even lower if it gets there, and be able to buy it again, because I think it's going to go back up to double digits. Okay, BCRX is one we own here. It's grinding higher. Keep moving on here. See, Dust has already pushed through its 100-day. I think Dust is just going to keep on grinding down. Ego, we bought Ego. Okay, I'm looking for Ego to get to the 140, 150 area. Okay, FCG, this is the one. It's a gas-heavy ETF, okay, and natural gas was down 1.5% today, and the gas-heavy ETF was up 2% today. So either they're foreshadowing a move in natural gas, or that people were hedging. If they're shorting natural gas, they're hedging long the equities. But usually equities are ahead of the commodity, and I think this is going to just keep busting through, and I think natural gas is going to follow, and if not natural gas, oil is definitely going to go with it. So, but this is more of a gas-heavy ETF. GDX went ahead and hit its 100. There's VWAP here, okay, and 100 moving average on the 4 hourly. So this is the thing we have to watch for. See if we get a retest before we go, or see if they're going to try to sell gold down before the end of the year. But another nice move. Okay, GG, we're in GG. Okay, it bounced, didn't get to our sell stop, and moved back higher again. So our target is $13 for GG. I may move it down a little bit here. I'm just following the VWAP, and to take a nice trade that we bought at 1188. Gold, I just showed you the weekly on that. So I didn't buy nickel, but nickel's just doing beautifully, and going with copper too. Just low volume, so I was just afraid to recommend it. Okay, like I said, I have cold puts for January, and I fully expect coal to come down to at least here, if not to here by then. Doesn't take much to move a triple down. Okay, here's Noble. So I told you about. We took our profit Noble. It went ahead and did this sell-off, and look at this pop. Okay, so the equities are telling us something. SILJ is hitting this downtrend line. If it breaks out of here, boom, it's going higher. So we'll have to watch to see if it gets some resistance here. If it pulls back at all, we'll be ready to buy this thing again. So just FYI on that. We bought it at 9, sold it at 11.60. I mean, at 9.99, I should say. Okay, SPY pull back again. Our credit spread is going to be perfect. Again, this will be our 5th one that's profitable. We're going to take $70 out of a $2,000 maintenance margin on it, and that's our goal, to make 5 to 8 cents for every contract, week in, week out, so that we could be in a position to double our capital every year. We only sell call credit spreads. We don't sell puts. I think puts are extremely dangerous, and we wait for our overbought signals to hit. So if you want those trades, that's part of the ETF side of the business. You know, if you go to TradeGeniusAcademy.com, you could select that as one of the options, and I put out 1 or 2 of those a week, depending on when the signal hits. I stay with the most liquid names, and that way there's no company risk, you know, in the trade. And typically, if something's a risk, it's going to fall, not go up, and so it's harder to ramp an overbought condition versus, you know, sell an overbought condition with news. So that's why I go with the call side of things. But the signal works really well. Now we got volatility starting to leak back into the market again. I think it's gonna be a really nice trade for us in 2018. Okay, Tahoe we own, profitable already. It's up here against this, so keeping an eye on it. Maybe I'll move my stop up. But with these guys here, I'm looking for these to all be rounded bottoms, and I'm expecting, you know, Tahoe to come here. I'm looking at this gap right here to fill too. So I'll be happy to take another dollar move off this trade if we can get it, and I think that's where it's going to go. Okay, UGAZ did this 1 for 10 split, and just keep an eye on this. I own some UGAZ, and so I watch it carefully every day. Okay, UNG is the same. So oil's just holding on firm here. They have a hard time selling this thing off. I have nothing particular in oil right now. I just watch it. UVXY drifted up at the end here today. I think now at the end of the year, it's probably run its course for a trade. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. And then the other trade we put on is we put on trade with the Qs, call credit spread on them, and 161, 163, the quarterly quarter end option chain, and feeling very good that that's going to expire worthless next week too. So that's that. And then let's see if anything else I want to show you. I'll show you how. Okay, this is a natural gas company. Okay, that does not look bearish to me. Okay, if they think natural gas is going to go into the floor, you wouldn't be buying Halliburton. Okay, so and so I'm feeling pretty comfortable where we sit here, and I'm getting really excited about the metals and miners. So, you know, we should get a couple 100% moves here if we get gold and silver up, you know, from basically 120 area to 150 area on gold. So anyway, I'll catch you guys. Let's see, today's Wednesday. I'll do one more tomorrow, and then I'll see you guys for Christmas. And just put your comments and questions in the on the videos if you want us to address any charts or any comments. You know, we'd love to hear from you. And then we're running a year-end special, so if you want to check some of those out going into 2018, just go to TradeGeniusAcademy.com. Take a look around. If you have any questions, go ahead and chat with us or email us, and we'll be happy to help you. Bob from Trade Genius. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.